I'm Kara Hurst, Chief Sustainability Officer at Amazon. Amazon is a company that is arguably like none other. We have an e-commerce business along with a global logistics operation. We are also a cloud services provider. We own movie studios. We have a grocery store business, and we are deploying satellites and self-driving cars. And at the same time, we're also a company that is deeply committed to sustainability. 5 years ago, we made a commitment to be net zero carbon across our operations by 2040. And in doing so, we also launched the Climate Pledge to bring companies across the various industries where we operate and beyond to join us in an accelerated path that was 10 years ahead of the Paris Agreement. Today, I want to take a moment to take stock of where we are now and look at opportunities to work together to reach our common goals. 5 years ago, almost to the day, the European Union presented its Green Deal, the roadmap for making the EU economy more sustainable. Amazon is firmly at home in the EU. We have online stores in 8 countries, more than 150,000 employees in the region, and we've been vocal in supporting the Green Deal. The Green Deal has truly delivered in creating mechanisms that encourage innovation, deployment, and scaling of clean technologies, from renewable energy to zero exhaust emission vehicles. That's a really strong track record in just 5 years. 2024 also marks the 5-year anniversary of the launch of the Climate Pledge, when we made our own net zero carbon commitment. And while we've come a really long way in 5 years, there's an incredible amount of really hard work ahead. But with that, there's also a tremendous opportunity to collaborate across the public and private sectors while keeping our customers happy and making Europe more competitive. We're enabling European small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, to be successful in and beyond the EU. In 2023, more than 120,000 SMEs from the EU sold a remarkable 1.3 billion products worldwide via Amazon. By opening our logistics capabilities to them, these European champions have begun exporting beyond the EU to places like the US, UK, Canada, China, and Japan. They've also created an estimated 350,000 new jobs across the EU in 2024 alone, and the economic impact is felt in towns and cities across Europe. At the same time, we're also making important progress on our climate commitments. On this front, while Amazon is a large company and we see ourselves as a real needle mover, tackling climate change requires partnership. Since 2019, more than 525 businesses and organizations across 59 industries and 45 countries have signed on to the Climate Pledge. Amazon has joined forces with many of these to transition to a more sustainable future. And then there's our transportation network, where we have more than 3,000 electric vans delivering packages across Europe, and we plan to grow the fleet to more than 10,000 by 2025. We're also going big on micro. We've doubled the number of micro-mobility hubs, smaller, centrally located delivery stations that enable delivery by e-bike. They are now in more than 40 cities, including Madrid, Rome, and Vienna. And in the energy space, earlier this year, we announced that we met our goal of matching 100% of the electricity consumed by our global operations with renewable energy. We achieved this milestone 7 years ahead of our original goal, in large part by scaling up our portfolio of renewable energy projects. They now represent over 6 gigawatts in Europe, with projects from Ireland and Greece to Portugal and Poland. Nearly 1/3 of that renewable energy comes from 6 offshore wind farms in Europe, which is more offshore wind capacity than any other company. Altogether, we've invested in 180 wind and solar projects in the region. They all help provide new sources of carbon-free energy to local grids, create jobs, and support local businesses. In fact, we estimate that they help generate more than 2.4 billion euros in investment in Europe from 2014 to 2022. Today, for the 4th year in a row, we're the largest corporate buyer of renewable energy. And then there's our work with artificial intelligence and machine learning, which can help us meet our climate goals with the speed and scale and urgency our planet requires. One example is our packaging decision engine. It's an AI model which helps determine the most efficient packaging options for millions of items shipped to Amazon customers. And along with other packaging innovations, it has helped decrease our average per shipment packaging weight by 43%. That represents more than 3 million metric tons of packaging materials avoided since 2015. We're proud of our achievements, but we know there's a lot more work to be done. A lot more. Large companies stimulate investment in developing green technologies, lower carbon products, and services that will be required to help companies of all sizes decarbonize their operations. The strong framework created by the EU's Green Deal helped build confidence in sustainability investments across the economy and across Amazon's value chain. That's why today, I urge you to continue to be bold and ambitious as we take on these challenges together. For the EU to move forward, competitiveness and sustainability must go hand in hand. The EU has the opportunity to build on its single market and create a sustainable single market with green growth and skilled jobs, accelerated innovation, and the development of cutting-edge green technology. It will benefit the sustainability frontrunners in Europe's economy, and equally important, our environment and EU citizens. We should implement the Green Deal and create the tools to get Europe up to speed. An ambitious EU emissions reduction target for 2040 can help accelerate investment and develop policies to enable industry to play its part in decarbonization, sector by sector. Amazon is hard at work, investing in renewable energy production while installing charging stations for our fleet of electric vans and trucks across the EU. Digital technologies like AI and cloud computing can help accelerate the decarbonization of the EU's economy at speed and scale. But to truly allow this shift to happen, we must now align the power grid investment timeline with the energy transition and create signals to attract investment for a modern, resilient, and flexible power grid. Looking even further ahead, there's more to do on shifting freight to rail and sea, scaling more sustainable building materials, and removing barriers to participating in the circular economy. At Amazon, our North Star is our global climate pledge, and the EU's Green Deal has helped us accelerate along this path. We're optimistic, we're hopeful, and we're excited to partner with you to deliver on a truly sustainable single market going forward.